Hello there, YouTube. Today we are back with another Tianhu TCG video, and we are welcomed by these people, Dennis, Marshall, and Ed Lorcana.
Hey,
Hello.
That's good.
Alright, and today we will be reviewing the set 7 cards as you can see on the screen. I hope you enjoy. Okay, and as part of this video for this card reveal, we are going to, if anyone in the chat says that this card is not good or unplayable, we are going to skip and immediately go to the next one. So let's get into our first card reveal. Rhino, 6 cost uninkable. That reads, your other characters get +2 willpower, and it's a 4 strength 7 willpower character that quests for 2. What do we think, guys, about Rhino?
Nah.
I mean, the only application I can actually think of is like if you go turn 5, Chenpo, and then it survives, and then you play Rhino, and that's kind of good, I guess. But
Like a
other than that, I
4/9?
think 6 costs. Yeah, I mean 6 costs on Inkable is just, and like in a way it kind of does nothing. But I mean, people can treat it kind of like Rapunzel's Tower. You can potentially get some value trades, but I don't see a lot of decks running this. Maybe like one or two just top end, but kind of
it'll
slow for what it
also
is.
it'll also just get stuck in your hand for Ember Steel, right?
I can kind of see Seal
Yeah.
Fossa playing it, like low-key.
Theophasa? Maybe, actually. But do you really
Sure.
want to pop this? Yeah, it's not bad, actually. It's one of the
You could
better value
recycle
targets.
it. You could recycle it with little Simba, I guess,
Yeah,
if
we
you
like
draw it too
recycling.
early.
Yeah, but mostly probably
Yeah,
just
probably.
unplayable.
Yeah, probably not good. Very cute though.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright, next card.
This one is Perdita, Playful Mother. 4 cost, inkable, 1/4. Whenever this character quests, you pay 2 less for the next puppy character you play this turn. It also gives puppy characters ward and quests for 2. You pay 2 less.
Blue yellow. I feel like there's still not enough like blue yellow support, and there's not a lot of good puppies, right? It's just like those
Yeah,
two
I'm trying
cost
to look
puppies.
up the
Is
puppies.
Lucky a puppy too? You know what I'm talking about, Lucky?
I think Lucky is a puppy,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It is characteristic puppy.
I mean, looking ahead though, I think the problem with this card is like it's gonna get blown up by all the red blue playing like Sisu and Brawl and that kind of stuff. So I think if this card becomes like a value target, then people are start targeting it.
Mm.
Wonder if there's like
Yeah, and
some...
it looks like all the puppies are pretty vulnerable to those kind of board wipes to begin with.
I mean, that's like the nature of this color combo. But you could like
Mm-hmm.
play like the ramp stuff on turn 2 into this. There's also
Oh
like
yeah,
that
blue yellow.
ramping
Yeah.
puppy now. I forgot what it's called, but it's like the 3 cost one. It's like whenever your puppies are banished, like any
Yeah,
puppy.
it's called Pepper.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's called Pepper. So maybe that could give some resilience to the board wipe. Although this isn't a puppy itself, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is there really anything you really want to do in yellow that's better than, for example, like the Kiwi deck, like you're playing like Sapphire Steel instead, and going like the aggro strategy in that color combination?
yeah.
Doesn't seem like it, I feel like.
It's not like you can go
Also, I
like
feel
wider
like
in
the
this one.
puppies giving them ward. I mean, it's they're not difficult to just challenge in the first place. So um, I'm not sure. I'm looking through the puppies. I'm not sure which one would benefit from the ward.
But the other problem is you have to quest with this. So it's going to be exposed, right? And then you just challenge it, and then now they don't have ward anymore. So
Yeah,
I think
that's
in a way
true
it's
too.
like anti-synergy with itself, you know?
But I guess you could just dump all the 2 cost puppies the moment you quest. Dump them all from hand. Yeah.
Are there any puppy bodyguards? Check this.
I mean, they're bodyguards in Amber, but they're not puppies, I don't think.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing puppies, it's like super anti-synergy with these like puppy strategies.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is a card worth revisiting as more puppies are printed.
Yeah, could be interesting.
Probably not though, to be honest. Unless something really insane comes out. I don't see the
Yeah.
value of this card.
Yeah, I hate these cards that are like whenever this character quests type of cards because you have to wait till the next turn to even like benefit from the full effect.
That's true. That's true.
So-
But at least this one is inkable and not as
Well-
high on the curve as Rhino.
But for the ward thing is like an effect immediately, right? So,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
good.
the ward effect is immediate. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Next card.
Cool. So Mittens, I like this character. It is has bodyguard, and the ability is that once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, your other character with bodyguard get +1 lower this turn. I feel this card okay. So probably for now at this at the meta set 6, probably only Diggy Diggy play in Amber deck with some like bodyguard, right? And for this one, you have to wait until you have 5 ink to play that, and you still need to keep ink to trigger the effect. I don't think Digi need that so many like inks, so it seems like unplayable for me at this moment.
Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Or like honestly, the earliest you can maybe use it is like on your turn 6, right? Like let's say you have a Chenpo or something, and then you play this, and then you ink and you give Chenpo like one lore pip. That seems to be like the best case scenario, but I think
Or
you usually don't want to ink to 6 anyway.
yeah, or the Digi version you invent with the 3 job
Mhm.
bodyguard. In turn 5,
Yeah.
you play this and ink your another one and give the
Mm.
ability to those probably but it's still too low,
Man,
too
those
late.
those things never survive though. I think that's the problem. Like the 3/3 is like by the time you get to like 6 ink, for sure
Yeah,
it's like
that's true.
gone.
You need bodyguard
Yeah.
to protect your board, and you cannot like a save your bodyguard until you want for this like trigger.
Yeah, it's like
Also,
anti-bodyguard
wouldn't this
synergy.
be wouldn't this card be better if it didn't have bodyguard? Because it's like bodyguard's one of those things where like if everything has bodyguard, then kind of nothing has bodyguard. So it's
Yeah. Like if it's like protecting a specifically like a Chenpo or something. Or Chenpo's protecting this.
yeah, yeah.
Or maybe it's for like
It's
multiple
also
mittens on the board. You can play mittens on 5 and then another mittens on 6.
Hey, and then you quest for
Oh, and then
Yeah.
you can yeah,
Hey.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
It's kind of cringe to be honest.
It's pretty
this is
bad.
I
very
don't see this
abnormal.
card being playable.
Yeah, it's very abnormal for a bodyguard to have two lower class, right? Usually the bodyguard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
only
point.
have one.
And some of them do, but the the stats on them are really bad. Usually.
Yeah.
Like I think it defeats kind of the purpose of playing a bodyguard. Like if that's 5 health. Like if you just compare it to like a Chenpo, right? Like
Mm.
Chenpo does a way better job in terms of the bodyguard like aspect.
Yeah, and I'm willing to give up the effect and the 1 lore for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
take a
uninkable,
bolt.
man. Uninkable, bro. Yeah.
Alright, next card. This card sucks.
True. Bolt. 5 cost 5 cost Inkable. 3/5 shift 3. I think they revealed another bolt, right? But it was 2 cost. Mark of Power. Whenever you ready this character, gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character you have in play. And you can also exert it to banish chosen illusion character. Quest for 2. So, I mean, I think this card could be good. Maybe in the future if they have 1 cost bolt, but even on 2 cost bolt, it's like okay with the combo with like Sven. You can like sing something and then play Sven, ready it, and get the effect. I don't know if the illusion part will ever be relevant unless people start playing the illusion cards. But I feel like all those cards are kind of mid. Like I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, the Cobra is so good," but I still think that card is not very good. And if those cards become popular, then I think those like 1 cost or 2 cost cantrip target cards would be good. So I think this part is basically blank, but I think the other part being able to gain a lore for each undamaged, it could be good with the Sven. And I know some people are already trying to cook up those like a Rockstar Stitch deck where it's like you have Pridelands and you send a bunch of stuff and you ready this one time you gain 20 lore.
The dream.
Maybe the dream, the magical Christmas land deck. I feel like that's where this kind of card would excel. I don't know if it would be good in like a regular Amber Steel deck though.
Really, I feel like
For
this is a
shift
new card
three-
for Diggy.
for
I feel it's kind of hard.
shift,
Yeah, go ahead.
shift 3, they can sing a whole new world, maybe another route, like if you do the whale way. And I don't know how the meta gonna be looks like with the illusion character. If there's so many illusion character, we need the answer. With the yeah.
Yeah, if there's illusions, this might actually be like playable for that part of it actually. So I mean, I guess we'll see. People play stuff like Cobra. I think this card lines up really well with Cobra, right? Shift 3 is like about the same turn you have your 3 ink turn.
Yeah, but Amber
So-
still already has like
yeah.
so many cantrip ways to deal with like single target things.
Isn't painting the roses
Yeah.
best? Could be like a 3-for-1.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
But this is free though, you know what I'm saying? Quote unquote, this is a
Yeah.
free effect.
but you lose
And
2
then
lore.
if you get to unready it. Yeah, you lose 2 lore, but sometimes it's like you know how you like challenge stuff? It's kind of the same, right? It's like you forego the lore to like get some board control.
Yeah,
I kind of
suppose.
see it the same way. And you don't
I
get
mean-
damage, right? So
Like I kind of compare it to like the shift Robin Hood. Like obviously shift Robin Hood is like better stats and has the challenging effect, but like as a shift 3 5 singer, like maybe it could be perceived as a slightly more aggressive version. I think the main issue right now, I think you guys brought up, is just that the shift target bolt is really not playable on its own, and so that would really be too much of a sacrifice in my opinion versus playing just the 1 cost Robin Hood.
yeah, I mean now that you compare it to Robin Hood, yeah, Robin Hood is significantly better than this, and not every deck even plays Robin Hood, right? So
Yeah, right,
probably-
exactly.
probably not played unless there's like a huge illusion like meta, then maybe for the utility. But other than that, yeah, Robin Hood's probably just better in every aspect.
It's actually funny we mentioned like stats of cards that are like bad shift targets because like I feel like in this set there's like a lot of bad characters with bad stats. And then like the illusion
Yeah.
characters are like
Oh.
way overstated, or like not way overstated, but like pretty overstated for what their cost is, I guess.
I mean, a lot of decks can actually adapt, and like it's not even that expensive to adapt, right? Like those 1 cost, every color basically has some kind of like 1 cost or 2 cost thing that targets, right? Like improvise or distract or hypnotic strength, like those type of things, right? Makes it super easy to remove like illusions if they ever got like too popular.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about it when we get to Amethyst, but on to the next
Yeah,
card.
we'll see them.
Wait, do we think this card's good? Yes, no?
No,
Okay.
bad.
Slap the bat on it. Alright. Wendy Darling. 7 cost inkable card, 5 strength, 7 willpower. It's an evasive that quests for 2. Whenever one of your other characters is banished, you may remove all damage from chosen character. Yeah, honestly, this sucks.
I mean, it's great and limited.
Yeah, this is a sick
Dude, look at
limited
all
card.
all the tags, man. Hero, queen, pirate, captain.
Is that
Think
relevant
about all
for
the
yellow and red?
possibilities.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't play it with Steel Smee.
What about what is this called? The queen, what's that amulet thing or whatever? Queen sensor core,
Sensor
king
core?
sensor core.
There's
No,
a
I'm just
queen's and
naming,
a
man. There's
king's. Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, we're not trying to try
this
this
card
one.
is literally unplayable. I mean, it's just too expensive, man. 7 for 5/7, like, dude.
Like, I don't even
Like,
think Red Fossil could play this card. Like,
I mean, okay, look, it's not like the same, but you kind of have to compare like the cost to like a Lady Tremaine or like a Medusa, right?
mhm.
Like, yes, they're uninkable, but like in terms of like a high-end thing that you can do, this is just way worse than those cards, right? And I think those two cards basically set a precedent for expensive red cards. If you don't do something better than them, like you're unplayable, basically.
Yep. Goodbye, Wendy, darling.
Okay, so this one's the Troubadour. 2 cost, 1/3, resist +1, singer 4, quest for 1. So I think one of the most obvious comparisons for this card is the Amber Ursula, is that right? Or is it Ursula Vanessa?
Yeah, yeah.
Something
Ursula
like that?
Vanessa, yeah.
Yeah. So it's in some of the song-based Amber Steel decks. Yeah, I mean it's got the resist +1, so it's a little more resilient, but as I think other people in the community have mentioned, it doesn't give as much high upside for healing as the 4 willpower Ursula Vanessa. So yeah, I mean I think it's kind of just like just pick your flavor of 2-cost singers in that deck, depending on the meta.
I mean, every deck. The thing is, like, every Amber deck runs for Rapunzel, right? And it's like
Yeah.
Rapunzel. You need just good Rapunzel targets, and this is just like I would say strictly worse than Ursula Vanessa until there's like some specific reason to run this over her. I think Vanessa is just significantly better, almost in every way, because of Rapunzel.
Yeah, and I mean it can't be
Yeah.
underestimated. Like just playing against Ursula Vanessa, like you can't quest with your 3 strength characters, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
playing Amethyst and you have like a snake or something and like the board's stalled, you can't just be questing with snake because they can always threaten the Rapunzel shift. Whereas against this, I mean, quest away.
Yeah, you can draw 2, but still, yeah. Draw 2 is still pretty good, but like draw 3 is just way more insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll get there to the end, but there's that new Aladdin card that like lets you play ally characters for free that cost 3 or less. And
What?
this is an ally.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's like one that had to be translated. It's like in the steel section, but we'll get there at the end.
Yeah,
Cool.
Okay, next card. Oh wait, do we think that one sucks? Anyone know?
sucks. Strictly
I
worse
don't
than
know.
Vanessa.
Yeah, just strictly
Low
works
key,
on Vanessa.
high
Yeah.
key.
It's not an option for
High
Amber
key
still,
worse.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next card.
Cool. So Mirabelle, how invasive and the singer 5. I think for this meta so far, the Amber purple deck is only has the Argo or the Burn version, and they do not usually have good songs to really need like a singer 5 to sing. Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. If we do have like other like an Amber song or like a purple song, that's really required we can gain much benefit if we can sing early like for 5 cost. Probably this is a good card, but so far I didn't see the value that this card fit to the meta.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
one thing that came out is I guess it's like Madrigal Tribal. There's a 5-cost song that came out also in this dual color pairing called the Family Madrigal.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Chris must have it on here. It's like a
so.
It's like a searching card just for magic. Oh, it can search both a magical and a song. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I typically agree in this color pairing we don't have many songs in this singer range.
Oh yeah, look at the top 5 card of your deck and you review up to 1 magical character card and up to 1 song card and put them into your hand and put the rest on the top of your deck. Right?
There's also like look at
Oh,
the
how
I mean,
much does it
actually,
cost?
that's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
5. 5
5?
inkable.
Oh, perfectly. But
Yeah,
like,
it's like 5, draw
oh,
2, kind of, except with a search. But it's like conditional, sun plus a Madrigal.
Yeah, that's great.
So yellow purple can
I
play
mean,
like
this has
more
to be
mid-range though.
specifically. I mean, this has to be specifically for that deck, right? Because like, if
Yeah.
you compare this to like, for example, Gaston, isn't Gaston just like significantly better? It doesn't get hit by all like the brawl and
Yeah.
mostly brawl, I guess.
Mm,
So,
that's
mostly
a good
brawl.
point.
but I mean, but maybe now like people are playing like Sapphire Coil into Sisu. It also is not safe from that. But at least you still have to like kind of work for it, right? Versus like a 1/3, like what does it do besides just the singing thing, right? I guess it's evasive, so
I think this would be more attractive.
Yeah, I
if it
mean
was like
it
Madrigal.
does. Yeah, with the evasion, it does survive. But I mean, you're right. If like red blue continues to be super meta dominant, it's gonna be hard to play a 3-cost character with only one strain.
Very true.
high key unplayable.
I mean, who knows? I mean, yellow purple could play like a mid-range strategy with like this whole like Madrigal tribal support. Like,
I'm definitely gonna
Yeah,
look
I
into
mean-
Madrigal tribal.
Yeah, I mean they were trying that before, right? But maybe like these extra pieces will kind of push it over the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
That should be one of our challenges. One of us needs, or if all of us can, or if anyone can play a Madrigal deck and make the finals of a set
Day
champs
2.
this set. No, not day 2. Not day
Day
2.
two, day
Can you imagine?
The
Oh
finals
my
of a set
God.
champs. Then we'll do like some prize giveaway thing.
Let me find like a small set champ to go to
Okay,
first.
okay. It has to be
Dodge
like a
all you guys.
reasonable set champs. Like at least like at least
Person
16
set
people.
champs. 16? Okay, maybe.
Top
Possible.
2. Top 2.
Wait, top 2? I thought we were saying top 8.
No, top 8. That's easy at a top 16 or 16 player.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's an
depends on the
insult to all the
16
people that
players.
haven't
Yeah,
top 8 yet. Yeah,
it
that's
depends
true.
on the 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Okay.
Unplayable next.
Oh, it's you,
What's
Ed.
up?
Is me?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 cost Snow White. Okay, Amber, 2/2, quest for 2. This character can't be challenged. Well, so I mean, where can this fit? Right? Like I literally can't find any home for this card. I think that's the problem, right? You compare it to all like the other 4 costs in like let's say Diggy, right? It's just Rapunzel and what else?
Pluto.
Yeah.
I mean, some decks don't
sometimes
even play the
Pluto.
Pluto anymore,
That's
but
true.
I mean, this card is super susceptible to like removal, right? And I think the 2 health part is what really sets it back. I think if this was 3 health, actually potentially playable, but because it's 2, I think like all the steel cards are just gonna eat this card. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think this card is actually really bad. So yeah, it
I
dies
mean,
to both things,
it'll
right?
be
All the
it'll be
brawl
good
and
against like
steel.
it'll be good against like Blurple, I guess. Blurple
Like
would
only
have no way.
Blurple. They'd have to let it go.
Yeah,
And Hades.
or Hades.
I mean, do you even
Oh,
care
no,
about this
Elsa
card? Just leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone, man. Just kill everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it only costs for 2. Like
Yeah.
it's not, if it was costing for like 3 or 4, then that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
But it's not like a must
But
answer
that's
card.
everything. It does everything badly, though. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're right. I
unplayable.
mean, it being susceptible to steel is kind of backbreaking. There's a lot of steel out there.
Yeah. I mean, even to Ruby, right? Like the two strength is literally like 2/2 is literally the worst stat line. Is literally weak to both of the
Yeah, Ruby and
removal
steel.
colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
Mhm.
pick one or the other, man. That's like 3/3s are so good, right? It's like just the breakpoint that's like it can actually force you to work for it. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like I mean, the Lorcana right now, I think 3/3 is like wow, this is a premium card for sure. Hard to remove.
Can't wait to get to Amethyst. Alright, next card. Oh, wait, do we think this card sucks? Yes? No?
It sucks.
Yeah.
Unplayable, literally unplayable.
Alright. The art's cool though.
Limited
I like
All
this art.
Star. Limited All
Oh,
Star.
limited All Star for sure.
Yeah. Literally can't
Limited.
remove this.
Yeah. Sealed is gonna be crazy if you get this card. Okay, we got Pascal, uninkable 4-cost character. That's of the Amber Amethyst dual ink color combination. It is a 3/3. We just talked about 3/3s. It's an evasive that quests for 3. Honestly playable. Like,
Yeah.
actually
No, I think
playable.
this is playable, yeah. A 3/3, right? Yeah, insane. Evasive, insane. Quest for 3, also insane, right? But I mean, it competes with like Genie, I guess. If you compare this to Genie, I think that's like the fairest comparison, right? If you're playing like Amber Amethyst,
Mm-hmm.
what are you, trading off?
But Genie dies to
I think
Brawl.
we can
Pascal
do a
doesn't
Yeah.
Amethyst invasive Argo deck, right?
Yeah, maybe Mufasa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Amber Amethyst Mufasa, you just
Yeah.
pop this guy out. Yo.
Yeah, interplay exerted. Can't be challenged, yeah.
Yeah, that's evasive. Good. I mean, even on curve, like this guy's kind of insane. Like, there's not a
Yeah,
lot
on
of.
the play,
I mean,
like,
we don't know yet.
I
Yeah.
can't do anything about this card.
What the?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What the front door? That's what we're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of good. I think it's actually playable, like low key playable.
Our first playable card!
Hey.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
go.
it would have
Only
to
low key
be.
though.
It would have
Only
to be in
low-key.
an aggressive deck, right?
I mean, even in like a tempo
Yeah.
deck, I think this still could be playable, like yellow purple tempo.
Like Mufasa, I think it's maybe. Like like people love their yellow purple Mufasa decks for whatever reason.
Yeah, I
This
know,
is like
right?
exactly the fit. You know what I mean?
But wouldn't you just rather spit out a genie?
Either or.
This is 3 attack, low key.
It really depends. I think this on the
But
draw
you're probably
might
right
be
though, low key. It's
better.
probably Genie.
Really, I think this on the play or on the draw might be a little bit better. Just because you can't get like Brawl plus 2.
Yeah, I mean, if people are just relying on like a naked brawl, like without help from like Ice Block or Coil, then yeah. But it seems like the way that people are thinking about the game is like, how do I add Coil and Ice Blocks
Yeah,
to my brawl deck?
that's true.
So
Yeah, so much
might,
will
might
hinge.
even be worse.
So much will hinge on what Ruby Sapphire looks like. This
I mean, I
upcoming
also
set.
like how this card can trade with an Elsa that hits it twice. If they have to hit it twice. Unlike Genie. Genie will leave 4 damage on the Elsa.
It's kind of cringe, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, it's like something to consider.
There's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
the Rapunzel value, right? You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Rapunzel combo?
Well,
Wait, so that means
Rapunzel
Genie
is
is actually better then.
oh yeah, no, yeah. Okay, and
if we go by the
Just
Rapunzel
kidding.
evaluation.
We'll go next. Yeah.
all right. Slap the somewhat playable sticker on this one. Thank you, editors.
Normal playable. Yeah, yeah.
All right. This one's King Candy. 4 cost uninkable 2/2. Whenever one of your other racer characters is banished, each opponent chooses and banishes one of their characters. Quest for 2. So it basically turns them into what's that card called? Prince Eric.
Prince Eric, yeah.
I mean,
What are
I
the
guess
other
I'd have
racer
to look
cards?
at the other
Yeah.
racers. Yeah.
Mhm.
If the racers are good, then maybe strong
I guess
maybe.
any good.
I mean,
good race.
he's also a racer himself, right? So if you have like another one. Oh wait, do they stack like that? You have 2 copies and you ram another racer. Do you get to kill 2 things?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Oh
so,
man,
yeah.
that's so good. Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, so it's like
Oh,
red
there's
yellow,
actually a
like
lot of racers.
Mufasa.
I think there's a one racer used to be playable. Is the invasive 3/3. I forgot her name, but they
Oh,
have
Penelope.
Oh, Vanellope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vanellope.
Oh man,
Penelope.
Penelope rush into and you have this.
Yeah.
The curve is kind of awkward though, because they're both 4, right? 4 cost on
Four.
inkables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to play a racer that like exerts some pressure. Like even just like there's this vanilla 2 cost 2/2 quest for 2 racer, Taffeta.
Is there any 3 cost ones that are like playable?
There's ones that like move to
Um,
location, right? Like when you move to a location one time, you gain a lore or something like that.
Oh man, those are not it.
Oh yeah, that's right, in the location deck.
Yeah, the location deck. Wait, Marshall, you love that deck.
Oh
No.
yeah. Yo. Yeah. I mean, yeah, actually all the cards are red and yellow, right?
Oh, there's
Mhm.
a two drop turtle, how rush, and maybe
Oh, that
there's
one?
a yeah.
That
Oh,
one's
does this
more
work on
like
your turn? Yeah, it does
blue.
actually. Hmm.
Because this shifts into King Candy, right? King Candy's blue. Why did they make King Candy blue? Why didn't they make him like red or yellow?
No clue.
In a location style deck, there's Vanellope von Schweetz. 3-cost inkable at the start of your turn. If this character is at a location, draw a card, gain a lore. I mean, could be a strong effect if left on the field, but yeah,
It
it's
doesn't fight
pretty
hard enough for the
conditional.
board though.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the card.
There's
that
a
I'll play with
Calhoun
the
Racer.
board.
Oh wait, that's from this set.
Oh, the Calhoun Racer is actually pretty good with this. You can like get this back to your hand, and it's just like all kinds of value.
Yeah, there's a lot of like racers matter synergies that are coming out, so I think it's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean with the location thing, right? Maybe somebody will figure it
Yeah.
out. Probably not though. Probably like kind of just a rogue deck.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
rogue
Yeah,
deck.
I would. My gut says that it hasn't reached like a critical mass yet.
Yeah, it'll be something funny for sure.
I'd say like playable though. Like the card. I mean, this is pretty much Prince Eric, but like slightly better than Prince Eric if you're building around racers.
It seems like a strong
Yeah.
tribal effect. So I mean, like
for sure,
if
yeah.
racers are good, this definitely should be considered.
Yeah, especially because like you said, you can do it on your turn. I think that's really important. Being able to kind of just ram stuff and trade off really easily
Yeah.
might be good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, giving it the playable stamp.
Oh, Penny. So when you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from the chosen character, and they gain resist +1 until the start of your next turn. 2 drop, 1/2, and Conquest 2. I think this probably playable in the Diggy deck. I see the gain resist +1 ability is much more valuable than the healing one, because we usually want Rapunzel to heal, right, in the Diggy deck. But for like give the resist +1, it actually is really annoying for your opponent if you play the Diggy. And that itself Conquest 2, I think it's I lean to give this card a playable. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when I read this card, instantly I thought of Mr. Smee. Like you go Smee, and then
Yeah.
you quest with it, right? And then the
Oh,
next
yeah,
turn, you just heal it up, give it resist. It doesn't damage itself, and it has a resist. So
Oh, you're
it's
right.
like, I think this will be actually really good in Diggy in terms of being able to like give your Calhoun. Even Calhoun is still okay. Like sometimes it has 1 damage, right? You fought something with like 2, and then he takes 1. Then you heal it and give it additional resist. I think it's actually
Yeah.
very relevant. So I would say this card is actually like the most playable card we've seen so far.
I totally agree. I think this card's like probably insanely good on the play. Like if you have like that curve, like you
Yeah.
said, like Smee into this +1, any 1 drop, that's feels pretty hard to recover from unless you're playing red blue.
Yeah.
Or if
Hey,
you
you,
allow,
you
like,
wouldn't
Calhoun
play
challenge.
this. You wouldn't play this on your 2 ink turn though, right? There's not many lines where that would happen.
I mean, giving resist 1 to like Daisy, low key, kind of annoying.
Yeah, or even like
Low-key.
Cindy too.
That's true. Seeing something with Cindy play
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You definitely not get the heal value, but yeah, it could give some survivability.
Yeah, maybe if like people are playing like Queen of Hearts and stuff, like I mean, it kind of plays around that a little bit.
No,
But it's
nobody's
like
doing that.
No, I mean like
in
the
these
2
kind of
drop
decks, like
threshold.
what's the
Yeah.
2-cost character that you're taking out for this? Like Lilo, zombie Lilo.
Eh, depends on the meta, but
Yeah.
that would be like the logical thing, right?
Or we can make the deck like a faster than
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
much more lower to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, cut some top end.
Mhm.
Rely more on dock, right?
Mm-hmm.
No Plutos
this
or
is-
Chen posts
Yeah,
or anything like that.
it's not a bad top deck card, right? You can still like Conquest 2.
It's
In those
okay.
decks, as long as you quest for 2, it's an okay top deck. Yeah.
It's like a Wendy Darling, but significantly better. I think that's how I would think about it.
Yeah. Playability, TB effect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, congratulations.
You can also give it to itself, huh?
Oh yeah, that's true. It doesn't require it to be another.
I mean, it's not very good though.
I mean,
yeah.
in the Steel Song Mirror, I guess.
It's like, yeah, can't do 2 damage to it.
I mean,
Okay.
it could be like almost relevant, you know. Into
Yeah,
like
I
a
mean,
Tink turn.
sometimes. Yeah. Bajura turn.
Bajira, yeah. Oh, that card's so good. Okay, we'll get to that later though. All right, stamp of approval. Good card. Everyone, give it the stamp. Okay. All right, next card.
5 cost. Inkable Thunderbolt 3/7. It's a Sapphire Amber. Puppy Shift 3. So I guess they're trying to do a shift on puppies. And as Bodyguard. Well, I mean, this card kind of reminds me of like the Pluto, you know what I mean, where you can like shift on it and then it can heal itself. But this one's like a little bit cheaper, right? Puppy Shift 3. And basically all the puppies are 2, right? Like all those random ones.
Mm-hmm.
So is it worth it though to kind of trade 2 cards to play this 3/7? I think it's still a little bit sketchy because of like what we said earlier about I think basically every card we evaluate now is like, are you gonna get wrecked by Sapphire Coil into Sisu? And this is like the prime example of getting wrecked by that card. So
That's true.
yeah, this is not yeah, I feel like this is like not the
Oh
angle.
yeah, because the
Mm.
curve would be like what, like Daisy or something on 1, a puppy on 2, shift this on 3, so that you can just keep questing with Daisy in the back end.
Yeah, they just ink Sisu,
Yeah,
Air Thunderbolt.
yeah, that's rough.
Like I think it's even better just have like a separate
Creature,
card,
yeah,
right?
for
Like
for 3.
yeah, like we were saying, like with the 3/3 bodyguards,
Lawrence,
I feel like it's probably better still, or even Lawrence, right?
yeah,
But I mean, if you wanted to protect your Daisy, for example, or like Lilo, I feel like the 3/3 bodyguards are still better than this. But I mean, yeah, puppies. I think the issue with puppies are still they're just kind of weak. But maybe this is actually playable with what's that card that we saw earlier, where it's like if you gave this ward, it's like
Oh
kind of
yeah.
but
fun,
this
I guess.
isn't a puppy though. This isn't a puppy, so it
Oh,
doesn't
oh,
get
this is
ward.
not probably
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Never
this is
mind.
a, yeah, this is a hero. It's a dog.
Yeah, okay, never mind. This card sucks. Okay, go next. Yeah.
Okay, well, we were just talking about this Calhoun. This is the Calhoun. It's Amber Ruby, 6 cost card, 5 strength, 5 willpower. It shifts for 4, and it reads: whenever this character challenges another character, you may return a racer from your discard to your hand. And a quest for 2.
Wait, is there a Calhoun that's yellow or red?
I
No,
just looked it up. I don't see one.
not yet.
Unless, yeah.
Eh? Well, what are
Weird
they
they would
doing?
release a shift target so early.
Shift for limited.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
not in. It's not in this. It's not in this set, right? The Calhoun.
I don't see one at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Like
Yeah, I
Greenboard
mean,
doesn't
in
have
the
all
No,
the
I don't.
comments,
cards
I
if
don't
yet.
think
we're
I remember
wrong,
seeing either.
leave a comment. We love being wrong.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure there. I'm pretty sure there is none.
Yeah, it's done.
Eh? I mean,
I
like
guess I guess future
it's a
Calhouns.
5/5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no
Or,
sense to me. Why would they do that?
or maybe during their testing, they have like a really good cajon and they
Mhm.
found so OP and they removed that.
And they forgot about this one, right? Yeah. But I mean, the problem is still the same, right? We were talking about earlier with like ladies and stuff. Like this actually requires you to like have it on the board and challenge something to just like retrieve stuff from the discard. And like historically speaking, like retrieving stuff from the discard is like way too situational, right? So yeah, probably unplayable to be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't seem playable.
Also, if I
in
had like something
fast
on
format.
6 cost, if I had something at 6 cost that like got some benefit from challenging, wouldn't I just play Shark?
Oh yeah, Shark is just way more insane
Yeah.
than this.
I mean, especially
Yeah.
given you can't
Yeah.
shift, right? So like,
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
I just
yeah.
play Shark instead?
Yeah, the existence of Shark makes this basically unplayable. Unless like the racer thing is that insane, but at the moment it is not that insane.
Yeah, I would rather get like an action card most likely than. Although I don't know. I guess if it's a
Yeah.
Mufasa deck, you don't have actions, but
Yeah,
but
I
like
think
Shark
that
is kind of the
makes sense.
baseline for this kind of challenge effect. I figure.
But I think the thing about racers are like they seem like they're location based, right? So it doesn't
Yep.
work with Mufasa. So it's like, what are they trying to do with this color combination of racer?
Mm.
Start line, finish line thing, I guess.
Yep, this card sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, is it me? Okay. Um, this one's Lady. 5 cost, uninkable, 4/4. Shifts 3, and when you play this character, you may return up to 2 character cards with cost 2 or less each from your discard to your hand, and it quests for 2. This seems like it could be quite good in some kind of uh, amber amber emerald aggro shell, because it's like draw 2 is pretty good, and like this would almost certainly draw 2. And you don't have to shift to get the effect, I don't believe. So
Yeah, I don't think any. I mean, you probably wouldn't shift on this, right? Like most of the time, you're playing it as like a
it's
a
too
reload
early.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it would be too early to shift. So this would be one of the few that like I wouldn't care so much about shifting. It's just a question of like, would I ink to 5? Or maybe I would shift,
Yeah.
but I would just shift later.
Yeah, at least having like 2 good cards in your graveyard, or discard rather.
I mean, is
Yeah.
the lady? What's the lady?
Ladies,
There's
What are
an
the ladies?
aggressive one.
we'll see it. I think it's like 1/2, and then it costs for 1, and then it gains 1 lore if you have a tramp on the board.
Oh,
as
I
well.
see.
Yeah.
So it's like
I do really
it's a
wanna
better
shift on it.
Lilo if there's a tramp, basically.
Yeah, but then it
Mm,
gets killed by a
yeah.
goon, so it's kind of not good. Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Mm.
So do we think this card's good?
I mean,
mean,
she can
honestly,
retrieve
decent.
both.
Well, okay, let's say like we don't intend to shift this in most scenarios. Like, is this good enough?
I mean, in the yellow green aggro decks, I
Mhm.
can see how this is like a good like refill card.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of like what are the good green, yellow, 1 or 2 costs, and there are some like pretty good ones, right? Like Curse Merfolk,
Oh yeah.
you get
Oh
back.
yeah.
Exos.
You can even get back Morph, man. You can do Morph on this if you wanted to.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about
Some kind
morph.
of
Yeah. Why do we
shenanigans.
even need 1 cost lady? We can just morph.
But probably not though. I think it makes more sense to get like stuff like Curse Merfolk, Piglet, like all those kind of
Or daisies
really
and all that
aggressive
stuff.
cards. Yeah, Daisy. Like that's probably pretty insane already, right? Being able to get back like 2 daisies. Oh, even Go-Go, you can get back Go-Go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
pretty
yep.
The thing I'm
yummy.
just wondering is like, will you ink to 5 regular enough for this uninkable to be like how often does this
Mm,
break your hand until 5 in aggro shell?
That is a good point. Probably will break your
uh,
hand.
I feel like it's like maybe you can run like 2 copies or something. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
draw it all the time, but when you do draw, like it's like a nice little refill. Like I'm wondering if there's any kind of way to play this as like instead of aggro, play it as like a control strategy with
Oh.
like honey lemon. You can get
Yeah.
back honey lemon. I think they maybe did that on purpose. To
This
be
card
able to
reminds me
retrieve
of
back honey
Beast.
lemon.
Hmm,
Yeah,
that's a
in
good
a way,
point.
right?
Yeah.
For green yellow, it's like Beast for green yellow, being able to like refill a little bit, um, and just being able to. Oh, you can get back Deceiver, Ursula
Oh wait, that's
Deceiver.
actually
That's
pretty
kind of
big.
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I think this actually potentially makes more sense even in a control shell, like maybe
I
green
hadn't
yellow
thought. Yeah,
discard
that's
this
nice.
lady.
The stats
Yeah,
are not
you
bad
still.
too. It's also like Rapunzel target. So
Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
say it's playable. This is not a bad card.
Yep.
I think someone just has to cook it up.
yeah, we are in the process of cooking that. Leave a comment
Yeah.
if you think you have a deck for green yellow with this card. We'd love to see it. And it gets the playable stamp. Next card.
Yeah, so this card is action. Remove up to 3 damage from the chosen character or location. Draw a card. This looks okay. So it's only 1 cost. It could be a good like a filter card. For some deck like you really want to reduce like a number of your key card and find your key card like early. Like I think we have seen a lot of like a amber yellow blue like a puppy deck, and they probably can have some synergy to help you to find the dog card you really want, and you just play that to filter that. Other than that, I didn't see much value.
Yeah, I mean yellow blue is just at the moment not playable, not a color combination. But I mean, even if it's let's say strictly amber, right? Like, would you still play this? Probably, like honestly, probably not.
I'd rather play
Yeah.
Rapunzel to heal.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
actually, this card's bad because Rapunzel. Like, you're making Rapunzel worse because you're not putting the damage.
But it's not
So
just that. Like in this color, like everyone's playing around Rapunzel too, right? So it's not like there's gonna
oh
be
yeah,
just damage
even
lying
worse.
around. Yeah.
But
Honestly, like
I mean,
if you
earlier,
played if you had something with 3 damage and you played this, your opponent would probably breathe a sigh of relief that it wasn't
yeah.
Rapunzel.
But the upside of this card is like the remember we were talking about like the 1 cost that can cycle, that can banish the illusions. This is
Yes.
like another one of those, right?
Oh,
You target their
yeah.
card and draw a card.
But Amber doesn't need that. Amber has Painting the Roses.
Yeah, probably.
And it's singable
Yeah.
for tempo.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this card. Bad. Next. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. 5 cost, the Family Madrigal. Song, Inkable. Look at the top 5 cards and reveal 1 magical character and up to 1 song. Put them in your hand. Put the rest on the top of your deck. I think that part is actually like
Oh wait, that's really
kind of relevant actually.
yeah, I
'Cause
forgot
usually it's
about
at the bottom,
that.
right? Yeah, so you can actually like map out your turns in a way. I don't know if that's good or bad. I want to say it's good though, because usually like more information is generally better. But I mean, obviously
There's
the
also
synergies with this
synergy.
card is
Yeah.
the obvious synergy is this and like the
Bruno or
in the
something.
Mirabelle, right?
Oh,
Oh, with
Bruno.
Bruno, yeah.
No, I
Bruno,
meant like
when he
yeah,
tried to
knowing
pick
the
up,
top of your deck. There's
yeah,
there's
right.
like that matters in
OTK.
some of the. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you look at the 3, but then if you let's say you already have Bruno, right? You Bruno, then you draw the next one, so you're still able to call the next one, which is actually kind of relevant. But I mean,
I
when
remember.
do you get to sing this? That's the issue, right?
You sing this with the 3 cost, yeah, Mirabelle.
I mean, dude, you're gonna
Or
be dead by
Ariel.
then, man. Like, no one's gonna let you just sing this randomly.
Ariel, Gaston. Doesn't have to be Mirabelle.
Eh. I mean, but then it's like specifically you need to get a Madrigal card, right? So you
That's
actually
true.
need
It
like
is
quite a
better
bit
if
of
you play
Madrigals. But actually, okay, now I'm thinking about it. It's like, let's say you do have Bruno in your deck, right? And you go turn 4, sing your Mirabelle, you get the Bruno, you play the Bruno, but you don't get a trigger right away. So you actually only get one guaranteed trigger of Bruno if they don't banish it, right? Which is
Just
still pretty
sing
good,
again.
honestly. Actually,
Yeah, sing again next turn. Get
I
another
see.
Family Magical. Like chain these.
It's too. I don't know. It feels like it's too finicky. You know what I mean? Like too many things have to go right for this card to be
It's a little
playable.
delicate, but it is nice
Yeah.
that you get to look at the top 5 cards. That does smooth out like
Yeah.
some of the magical Christmas land aspect of it.
Yeah.
You're not like never gonna be interacting with your opponent's board, so you're not fighting for board for those like 2 or 3
That's
turns. You're
true.
trying to set up this Bruno thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna get blown up by all the aggro decks for sure.
Dang, I really want to try out this card. It seems pretty cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's probably too slow.
Yeah. Okay. Bad. Maybe playable. Who knows? Okay, next card was a translation. It's the Cinderella that reads, when you play this character, you may put an item card named the Crystal Slipper or the Glass Slipper, as formally translated in English, from your discard pile to the bottom of the deck to gain 3 lore. Quest for 2. 2/4. Not a bad card.
That's the Crystal Slipper is like the one you can only play 2 of in your deck.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or what is it called? Glass Slipper?
Glass Slipper?
Yeah,
think we'll
Glass
see it
Slipper.
on the
Oh,
next
Glass
slide,
Slipper.
yeah.
Glass Slipper. Yeah.
I mean,
And Glass Slipper
get 3
can
lore.
banish to find this. So I think that's
Yeah.
the idea, right?
Yeah.
That's the combo. But it's like, what are the good princes? Because I guess, there's still like the Hercules where we were talking about the bodyguards. There's like the Hercules. There's Prince Eric, the 3 costs, and then there's also the Prince, right? The 1/4 resist guy. And those make a lot of sense to sing, or not to sing, to like exert in order to play the Glass Slipper, right? And then if you're able to get this, then yeah, you're guaranteed 3 lore. And then if it survives, you can quest for 2. I can see somewhere where like there's this like Cinderella slipper deck, like it seems reasonable, because yeah, the 3/3s are still like reasonable cards to play. The only downside is like on turn 2 though, you're playing God Slipper. It's like kind of not great, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just too
In
much
turn
setup.
3, you have to play a prince, and turn 4 play this one.
I'd rather be
Yeah,
doing
I'm-
Madrigal stuff.
I mean, I would rather just play like any like 2 cost like something that like contest the board, right? I think that's the main issue. Yeah, I mean I think the main issue is that like playing Crystal Slipper on 2 is just too negative tempo, and like I guess the other spot where it's like okay is if you have 6 ink, but I don't know how you can get the 6 ink with like an amber deck without dying.
Yeah.
So
It's also like some interesting stuff. I wish there was like more ways to like discard cards from your hand to pay for like cost in Amber Steel. Because then you could just like have the
wheel.
Glass Slipper in your hand. Right?
Oh, wheel.
Yeah.
You just wheel
It's
it.
only wheel, right? There's only wheel, and I mean,
dock-
I guess
you
you're
could
playing
dock it.
green steel. You could dock it.
There's
Yeah.
Simba. Simba.
Oh, there's
Simba.
Simba.
Oh, Simba.
And
Wait, we're
Simba's a
cooking, we're
prince,
cooking.
by the way. Simba's a prince, just so you know. All
Oh,
copies of
Wait,
Simba
we
are
are
prince.
cooking. Hey, Patreon, if you want to see the deck list.
I don't know. I did even if this took off, they somehow still limit you to 2 glass slippers.
Yeah, that's true.
they really have
Would this-
hamstrung you here.
Would
I
you
mean, would
have
it be
four,
good if you
though?
had 4? Oh
Yeah.
no, that'd be insane. No, you would for sure. You play wheel. Oh my god, you have so many slippers in the grave. And
Yeah.
that's
So
this
this card
and
will always be live whenever you play it.
literally game 3 every time. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what? That'd be
Yeah, honestly,
too good.
we could probably build a deck around that.
No, but glass slippers limited to 2.
There's only 2,
It's
yeah.
so
I mean,
frustrating.
even with two, like, I mean, that's 2 uninkables. You're playing 4 wheels and like what, 4 big Simba shifts probably if you're playing baby Simba.
But 2 means you only get to play this like an average of once a game, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Wait, that's
Like
still
wheel's
pretty
not
good.
gonna get you
Game
to the
3.
bottom of the deck that
But this
quick.
is
straight up
this is
game
your
3.
reach in Amber though now in Amber Steel.
Yeah. Like you have to be scared anytime you have a slipper in the discard. It's like, oh, we can just game 3. Wait, that's insane, no?
That's pretty good. I
Like,
mean,
just
that's
the
honestly
threat.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, the threat of just game 3, like you actually have to play kind of funny. Like actually.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy.
We don't need to play like the Prince effect or like actually like play the slipper on 2. We could still be trying to fight for board and stuff.
Like I think the best case scenario for this card is like on turn 4 you have Dock and the slipper. So you slipper Dock and then now you just have the slipper right there sitting there menacingly until you can just do the thing on a turn and you just win the game.
Yep. Guys, we're
You know
cooking.
what I'm saying?
Loki.
But not really. This is kind of cringe. Go next.
All right.
I mean, I guess if you played in yellow blue, you can Hiram the slipper.
Oh.
Oh, and then you retrieve it with Tamatoa.
Wait, guys.
I don't know
Why
where
would
this
you
is going,
retrieve it?
Yeah, you actually should.
Yeah.
Wait. Just to like refill, like every turn you can like get a princess. Is there even any princes in blue?
Surely.
Prince John. Prince John. Yeah.
And
Maybe lit.
just if they were serious
Think about
about us
the
building a
value.
deck around this, they'd let us play 4 of them, man.
But it's like,
Yeah.
what is it? It's a canon to
I know it's the
story,
flavor.
right?
It's the flavor win,
text,
yeah.
It's also called the
Oh,
glass
you
slipper,
banish
guys.
this
The
for Bell?
Glass slipper. The glass slipper.
You banish it with Bell, man. And then now it's in the grave, you can start doing Sendy stuff. Is there a card that like searches for cards or whatever? That's in
I mean,
yellow
there's-
or no?
Besides the
Uh,
It's only
magic
Uh,
Merlin thing, right?
There's the Merlin thing, yeah.
I forget. This is too much. It's like another finicky problem, right? The
I mean,
cards
Ember
just-
has like a couple of those cards that let you like look at the top 4 cards of your deck or something.
I mean, I think the issue is like paying 2 and exerting one of your characters is so
It's
expensive
crazy.
in Amber.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's too expensive.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we at least tried to talk about it. It's a very interesting
Yeah.
card.
We'll
Very
give it
interesting.
a fair shot.
Yeah.
It'll be a team deck for Worlds.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
though.
Glass Slipper.
Meaning just Ed plays it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing Glass Slipper deck. True.
Okay. Next card.
This is Pongo, 6 cost, uninkable, 5/5. At the start of your turn, look at the cards in your inkwell. You may play a puppy character from there for free. Quest for 2. That's a very interesting effect. I will say. I feel like we saw a bunch of these Amber Sapphire Duel like puppies matter cards, and I feel like each time we said that the puppies are just not good enough to justify playing them. But I do think the effects are very interesting. But it's just like,
What's the craziest puppy you can play?
It's probably the ink one, right? The one that puts puppies into your
Lucky is
duel?
quite good actually.
You can't ink pup Lucky though. That's the problem.
Oh,
Unless
well,
you
I mean, Lucky
TPO,
can
you
be
TPO it.
inked. No, Lucky can be inked via the other puppy synergy card, right? Where like if a puppy gets banished, it
Yeah.
goes to the inkwell.
Oh.
Oh.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah. That's exactly what that card does.
Oh yeah. So you go Pepper into Lucky, then you ram your Lucky, and then now you have enough ink to play Pongo, and then it survives for one turn, and then you get your Lucky.
Wait, which card was it that
Yeah, you're right. It was
that
Pepper.
did that?
Pepper.
Yeah, Pepper.
Oh,
yeah.
Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just too. Oh, that seems really gimmicky too.
I mean, this whole like puppy synergy stuff is all gimmicky. Like, I don't know how you're getting to 6 ink without dying.
Yeah, I
It
mean
was
that's the
blue.
other problem,
It's
right?
blue, ramp.
Blue,
Sail the Azure Sea with the puppies.
and then what?
Yeah.
They just don't have any removal or interaction. I think that's the main issue.
Also, I will say I feel like they cheaped out a little bit here. Like, why not also just give it to him on play?
Oh, that'd
Like,
be
what-
low key insane.
Get like a 6
Oh, I get
cost
yeah. If the puppy immediately
and like
came
a 2 or
out,
3 cost for free.
so this isn't back to your hand, right? This is like actually play it onto the.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be kind of broken. Well, actually, would it?
I think it'd be pretty
Even
good.
the puppies.
You get like 9 ink worth of like stats on the board on play on like turn 5 potentially if you're ramping.
I mean, could be 10 ink. Lucky is 4 costs.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, you play How Far Go into Pongo, and then if you pick like a puppy that's like, uninkable.
Oh, with the how far?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
You
some
look at the
potential
top
there.
two, it's like one of them's like Lucky or whatever. You put the Lucky in there, and then you draw the other one, and then it survives for one turn somehow. I don't know, man.
I don't like where
There's
this is
Oh,
literally
so
no
it's like
way.
it's like red blue, except you take out the red stuff and you put in puppies.
Yeah, basically. But the problem is, yeah, you can never come back, man. Like you're gonna fall way too behind on board.
Well, we're gonna have to keep checking back in on puppies in future sets.
Yeah. For now, not playable.
Not playable.
Hey, Kenai? Kenai? Am I pronouncing this correct? Okay, I apologize if I. Okay, so at the end of your turn, if this character is exerted, you may ready another chosen character of yours and remove all damage from them. So honestly, personally, I really like the mechanism that can ready another character, especially for the card we discussed earlier, the one at introduced the boat. You remember the when you ready this character, gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character you have in play. So actually, we have many other like Amber deck can have this synergy. Like for example, the 5-drop Simba, which has at the end of your turn, if this character is exerted, you may ready your other characters. Or I think Swain, right? Like when you play this character, you may ready the chosen character. Or I think there's another one, Bernard. Bernard. At the end of your turn, if this character is exerted, you may ready other character of yours. So maybe we have some chance to build a deck around this, like a ready and ready to gain lore mechanism. Like because both can like a quest first for 2 lore and at the beginning of the turn both ready gain 1 round of lore whatever how many character you on the board and you quest and then you're ready and maybe you like quest again and play Simba or you have already have Simba then ready again. That's the dream, right?
I think the problem though is like this needs to be exerted for it to work, right? So it's
Mhm.
like it needs to survive for that one turn, and then you
Yeah.
have to like quest with it, and then it's like you can do its thing.
Yeah.
If it didn't have that, oh my god, this card would be absolutely crazy. But
Yeah.
I think it's the problem. I think is still like it's a little bit too finicky, and it requires like a lot of things for it to go right for this card to trigger with Bolt.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
yeah, and I still feel like even though it's unequal, I would prefer Simba if I'm looking for that kind of effect
Mm.
because it's like
Yeah.
mass unexert.
Or like Sven. I think Sven is like the perfect
Yeah, and
card
Sven is
for
just more
that.
proactive. So yeah,
Yeah.
Mm. True.
but
Okay.
I do agree with you, Marshall. I kind of like
Yeah.
that mechanic in Amber. So like I hope they keep trying to find ways
Yeah. I
to
just
give us that.
feel like this ready to gain lore mechanisms looks very fun to me. Hoping
Mm-hmm.
this works in
Mm-hmm.
the future.
Yeah.
Ugh. Mm.
I think it's unplayable because I think it takes too much for it to go, to like trigger, and the two strength is like another thing that's like kind of susceptible to the red blue kind of removal.
Yeah, I mostly agree.
I do like how they have the owl in the background of this one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Unplayable. Alright, here we have the legendaries now. So, take us away.
Ooh.
I mean, Minnie Mouse, 2 costs uninkable. Okay, another uninkable. Whenever you play a character, this gets +1 lore this turn. Whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character loses attack equal to this character's lore until the start of your next turn. I think the problem with this card is like, wouldn't you rather just play any 2 cost 2 lore character? Like it's just like way less conditional, right? Like if you compare this specifically to the Penny, I think it's Penny, right, from earlier. Like it has like a similar stat line and it ready quest for 2, and it also has like another one of those beneficial resist things, right? Um but then this one like needs you to like play characters every single turn, and you need it to quest for it to do something after that. So personally, I think this card is not very playable.
Yeah, I feel like you run out of steam, right? Like how can you play that many characters? I feel like if you're playing 2 characters regularly a turn, then I mean you probably won the game anyway.
Yeah. Or it's like
You
one of
know,
those like
it's
Simba
uninkable too.
or like
That's the other problem. It's
monster stuff.
uninkable, man.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to rationalize like the second part of the effect is like how much value should we attribute to that?
Yeah.
Because it's
I
kind of
feel.
like the John Silver Steel, right? Like it kind of blanks one of the characters potentially.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Rather just play John Silver.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
Because like you don't really want to play this on 2. Actually, you do want to play it on 2.
Yeah, you definitely want to play on 2.
Yeah. It's only good on 2. Like on 3 is actually quite bad.
Yeah, playing it as your
But
last
then you're
character is horrible.
running out of steam so quickly.
In turn 3, best you have like a 2
Triple
you can
Daisy.
or triple Daisy or triple Daisy, that'd be great. Uh, oh, they have 0 lore.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't play a creature, this doesn't get to even lore for 1.
Yeah. Yeah. This card is just literally lower for 0 sometimes.
Yeah.
Kind of cringe.
Yeah, unless
Very
you like
unique effect
dock into
though.
like 2 1-drops. But even then, that's like so conditional. I don't know.
I mean,
I
then
mean,
it's like on average, what do you think like the average expectancy of lore you get out of this is? You know what I mean?
It's definitely way less than Smee because this is dying as soon as it gets like exerted, right?
Yeah, and it has 2 health, man. It's like literally the worst stat line.
Yeah.
I mean, it reduces attack, so I mean, there's some protection, I suppose, but like, yeah, this would just get goofied, for example.
Yep.
Okay, so I have an evil thought. Like maybe in the future, this could be a OTK like a deck. Like when you
Ooh.
able to play character like a bounce for free like multiple times, right? Like
Oh, like a Simba thing with
yeah, yeah,
Pride
yeah,
Lands. Pride Lands
yeah,
Simba.
yeah,
Play your whole deck quest for 20.
yeah, yeah. Maybe just like a bounce.
Uh,
Like maybe you for some future deck like for the purple this item like you can play your character this turn for free. You have two snake and bounce back like several times and then quest.
or even like
Yeah.
yellow purple. What about yellow purple? Like you play this on 2, then you play like 3 1 cost, like Chernobog, Broom or something, and then on the next turn you just pop all of them, and then you play like 4 more Chernobog, Broom things.
Oh
Quest
wait,
for
this would be
4,
like hella
you
good
do
in that
something.
like the
Yeah.
deck you're talking about, like only playing 1-costed and 2-cost characters.
Yeah, with like, is that possible? Yellow purple like Rockstar Stitch thing.
Yeah, I think
I think if you
Trey
want to
has
do
that.
that, you play
Yo,
the
you can draw your whole
Chromacon
deck.
instead. No, just play Chromacon instead, and then you have some degree of reliability in paying two
Which
creatures a
Comic
turn.
Con?
Amethyst.
Oh, like drawing cards.
Yeah.
Uh,
If your whole deck
oh
is like 1 cost.
no, he wants to go infinite. We want to go infinite with Rockstar.
Oh, you're trying to go infinite. I see.
Or
I
you're
see.
doing Rockstar Infinite. Wait, why is that not a thing? Like, purple has the best 1 cost, and then now you just need Pride Lands
Yeah.
somehow.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, someone play it for
We'll
What's that
figure it
chat?
out. That's another one of those challenges.
Yeah.
Oh,
Try to
great.
top 8
Yellow,
with.
purple, Rockstar Stitch, Minnie Mouse, OTK. Get up.
Yeah. You have to concede if you don't have the OTK. No winning at other banners.
That sounds more playable than like puppies at least.
Yeah. That's a win con. They actually win a con.
Actual win con.
Yeah.
And
That's
it
what
can
I'm
be red
saying.
blue.
Yeah, you totally could. You don't deal with Pride Lands and you get attached. Oh man, you're going nuts.
Okay.
Or
So playable, unplayable, playable in some strategies.
Yellow, purple, Pride Lands, playable.
Alright. Next we have Aurora. This card is a 3-cost inkable card. It's a Singer 5, and whenever you remove 1 or more damage from a character, you can ready this character. She can't quest or challenge the rest of this turn, so she's probably singing something. And she quests for 2. Honestly, this card seems pretty decent on paper, but I feel like on 3, you're probably playing Ariel.
I mean, it's similar to like the Gaston thing, right? But like the upside of this thing is it has 4 health. So actually you can still do the thing where you like ram, heal it, and then ready it, right?
I can see this replacing
And you can
Boris
ram.
for sure.
No, wait, you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can ram something, heal it, ready it, and then sing something with it afterwards. Is that like a thing or not?
That is
what color
probably
would you
fair.
pair with this? Steel for the songs?
You can still play Steel Song. It's like Amber Steel, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm comparing this basically to like the Gaston slot, right? Like you play it like it was Gaston, but you have the upside of being able to like heal it for 3 and do some shenanigans where you can like draw 3 and then like still sing something after you ram it. I mean
Well,
that's like
just
the
as a
obvious, right?
baseline, this also quests 1 more than Gaston, so that's nice.
Yeah. I mean you're not really questing with it though, I feel like. But maybe after that turn where you go like crazy on them, you can quest with it, and that's where it would probably shine.
Yeah, I think
I
like on
take the
turn 4
slot
you're
of
probably
Gaston.
fighting for board still.
And the
I
only
mean you
heal
can
would
still
be
sing stuff,
Rapunzel.
right? Yeah, I mean if you have this in Rapunzel and like they don't respect it, right? It's like pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's their
Or
fault.
even if it's like you heal a different character, you can start singing like all kinds of crazy stuff with this card, right? Like you can sing like 2 cards with this one Aurora, and I think that's where the value is.
It doesn't have to be like this character, it can be any character, so.
Yeah,
And it's also like more than once per turn, which is like it might be irrelevant in some.
Yeah, I mean there are some songs. Are there any songs that like heal and stuff?
Don't think
It's a good
so.
question.
But
I just feel like
even if
this,
there isn't, I think it's still good.
like I just feel like going to like an earlier comment, like because this is in Amber, like everyone's gonna be playing around the Rapunzel heal, so you're not gonna just have free opportunities to do this. At least at like a reasonably high level of play.
Yeah, I mean, even if you heal like a smear or something, and you're able to like double sing on 4,
Yeah, that's what
that
I'm
still
thinking. I
sounds
think
pretty insane.
Smee is
Yeah.
like the most realistic synergy.
Oh wait, the new card. Oh, what was it? Penny. Penny enables
Oh,
this.
Penny.
Penny enables this card. For
Is that
two,
even good?
2 ink. I mean,
I
potentially.
guess.
Penny on Smee, right?
Yeah,
That's what
Penny
you're
on Smee.
saying.
Or Penny on whatever has damage. When you have this card on the board too.
So it'd be like Smee
Yeah.
on 2, Aurora on 3, and then either Penny or Rapunzel on 4. Something like that, assuming Smee is still alive.
Yeah, something like that. You could like turbo high roll from that point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in being able to like double sing some like 5 stuff.
Yeah, like go wheel into something crazy.
The wheel.
Wheel into
Yeah.
wheel.
Like, I mean, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe there's
maybe.
something where it's like you can OTK somebody with that. Wheel into wheel.
Yeah,
Into
interesting stuff.
heal, into wheel.
This is probably the like, this and Penny are probably the most playable Amber cards we've seen so far.
I can see this actually being in like a traditional Amber Steel deck. Like, I think this card's actually good. It's
Yeah.
actually good. Like, potential. I would say actually this is better than Gaston. It has way more upside than Gaston.
I mean, I
Yeah.
actually really like the 2 lore on this card because at some point, like the Steel Song deck has to switch over to like I've tempoed out, but like now I just need to get a
Yeah.
ton of lore. It's like how like Rapunzel having 2 lore is like super backbreaking.
Yeah. Being able to change songs, I think, like post wheel, I think is also very relevant.
Yep.
Cool, cool card.
Very cool card. Okay.
This is one of the
Playable.
legendaries.
Alright, and thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, we had to re-record the audio, so remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.